What it do? Crispy crew. Time of recording this video, I actually have something working on right now, but that's gonna take longer to do. It should be like the final part to the video game soundtrack video that I was making. At the time of recording this video, there should actually be 2 parts up right now, unless something messes up, which I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. But yeah, so that's going on. Till then, this is gonna be a little bit of an honorable mention video. Basically just other random tracks that kind of stood out. I'm probably not gonna put them in here just to try to avoid copyright, because the previous videos I was making, I was getting crazy striked. So I'm just gonna play some safe tracks in the background that I know won't get my video taken down or flagged. But yeah, we can basically get into it. Start with would be like the Legend of Zelda series. At this exact moment, I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom, and it's pretty good, but there's no standout tracks from that, or from Breath of the Wild either. But there are some standout tracks from other games like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and things of that nature. No, those games, they're very, well, I would say a lot of them have, I don't even remember the names for some of them if I'm being honest, but I guess I can just talk about just how they add to the experience of the story. Because at least with games with like Ocarina of Time, well, at least some other ones that I played was like the Minish Cap. The Minish Cap was actually a really fun game, but honestly, I feel like the biggest standout tracks would probably be from the remixes that Super Smash Bros. Actually made of these games, with the exception to like Deku Forest, if I remember correctly. But no, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of themes about Legend of Zelda that people kind of like sleep on, because they have a lot of they have quite a lot of music, so it's kind of actually, well, they have a lot of games too, and people kind of overlook those as a whole, so it's kind of easy to just forget about them as an entire franchise, at least when people bring up these type of conversations. But I won't be forgetting about them, because I feel like they are actually pretty good pretty good soundtracks, as we've seen. Another good honorable mention that I want to put here would probably be Final Fantasy VII, the OG, but also the remake as well. I'm also playing the remake as we speak, because I can't seem to finish any game that I for whatever reason get my hands on. I just always seem to be flip-flopping from game to game. But in this case, I am finishing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then I'm probably going to be playing Intermission, and then Retrograde, or I think it's Retrograde, which is the sequel to the remake. Or is it Integrate? Something of that nature. But they have a lot of standout tracks, starting off with the battle theme. You know, it's probably going to be one of those things people will be like, oh, that's some generic stuff. Everyone knows about that, you know. But honestly, I personally don't care that much. I'm going to mention it. But they also have some decent themes that have to do outside of the battle, because the battle theme helps keep people engaged, and I feel like it kind of, I don't know, it's a nice little drawback, not drawback, but kind of like setback with it. But if I'm honest, I feel like the best standout track would probably be the opening, just a little piano that, I think the piano is either piano or a xylophone, one of the two, and I think it's a pretty good standout. Helps introduce the players with a calming feeling before the absolute crazy time that you're going to have playing the game, because the game itself has many ups and downs. I'm probably going to be playing the rest of that game on stream. I don't know just yet, but I would be down to play that on stream, so I don't know, let me know if y'all would want to see that. You know, honorable mention is probably just the entire Pokemon series. I loved Pokemon X and Y. That was my first Pokemon game that I've had. Because, well, on a technical standpoint, the first one I played was Pokemon Gold. But the first one I actually owned was Pokemon X. And I don't care what no one says, Pokemon X was the most fun Pokemon I've ever played. And that might be nostalgia talking, but I really don't care, because I played Gen 3, and I played Gen 4. Gen 5 sucked. Gonna piss off the entire Pokemon fandom with that one. But no, just even if you want to go all the way from the beginning of when Pokemon started to the now, like one thing that they never actually did miss on was the battle themes, or just the themes or anything. But Pokemon XY, like the wild catch theme, like the wild Pokemon encounter theme, I feel like that was one of the most tough themes they had in the entire series, and it was catchy. Not gonna lie, like I don't know what instruments they used to make the actual fucking uh songs, but a lot of them are actually just really catchy, and I find that very interesting to say the least. So I don't know. Those are my honorable mentions. This was a pretty short video, but honestly, that's because I needed a short video to just keep me in the algorithm while I work on the larger piece, which will probably, I'm pronouncing my P's really hard right now, but that will probably be recorded, I wouldn't say sometime, at the time of recording this video, sometime in the next 4 days, maybe. If you did like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, I don't really got much else to say. Just keep in tune for when that final part drops. I don't want to spoil what the game is going to be, because it's, well, what the franchise is going to be, because I'm focusing purely on one franchise, but I want to make sure I put a lot of effort into that one, because that is the finale of, well, the series that I had going on. So yeah, thank you.